Shri Guru Charitra, Chapter 27 Humbling the Pride of the Pandits. Preliminary. This chapter describes how the two vainglorious Pandits were humbled and had brought upon themselves a curse which turned them into Brahma Rakshasas. Siddhamuni tells Namdharak how Sri Narsimha Saraswati lovingly counselled the Pandits to detest from discussion and arguing, doing vada, about the sacred truths of the Vedas in public for gaining personal aggrandizement. And specially a sannyasi like Gurunath himself was not the kind of person who would enter into debate with any on the sacred lore. Their duty was to contemplate on the Vedic and the Upanishadic truths in seclusion and solitude. He warned and told them that if they still persisted in their challenge and insisted on debate, it was tantamount to courting their own ruin like the patang, glowworms, hovering around the lamp and playing with fire, to meet their self-destruction. As the Pandits were still unheeding, Sri Narsimha Saraswati decided to humble their pride and punish them. Siddhayogi then begins to narrate how Gurunath teaches the Pandits a lesson. Sri Narsimha Saraswati beckoned to one of his disciples, asked him to go out into the street and call the man who was just passing by. The man was brought in. The man bowed to Gurunath in all humility, showing great respect and veneration. He was, however, feeling perplexed as he belonged to a low caste and was at a loss to understand why he was called into the august presence of Gurunath. Sri Narsimha Saraswati asked him what caste he belonged to. The man told him he was a Matang, that is Harijan. Sri Narsimha Saraswati glanced at him with his look of grace and pouring out his nectarine love. That was enough to metamorphose instantly the Matang completely. Sri Narsimha Saraswati gave his danda, that is yogic staff, to one of his disciples standing by. He asked him to draw 7 lines, one after the other on the ground in front of the Matang. After that, he asked the Matang to step forward and cross the first line. When the Matang did so, Gurunath asked him as to what caste he belonged to. The man replied he belonged to the Kirat Vamsa, the hunter caste, and his name was Vanrakha. He then asked him to cross line after line. After the second line was crossed, he asked him again the same question as before. The man replied he was then Ganga Putra, that is belonging to the fisherman's community. After the next line, he said he belonged to the Shudra caste. After the 5th line, he said he belonged to the Vaishya caste, that is to the merchant community. After the 6th line, he said he belonged to the Kshatriya caste, that is to the warrior community. After crossing the 7th line, he said he belonged to the Brahmin caste and devoted to the Vedic Adhyan. Sri Narsimha Saraswati then gave the sacred ash, after charging it with mantra, to be besmeared all over the body of the Matang, now turned into Brahmin. He then told the Pandits that they can do the vada with the stranger and seek the Vijaya Patra from him if they can win over him in the contest. Their pride was humbled, witnessing the instantaneous transformation of the low caste Matanga into a Brahmin of high Vedic learning by the mere look of grace from Gurunath. And as the debate started, the Matang turned Brahmin was arguing and reciting Vedic mantras as Brihaspati or Brahmadev himself. The foolish Pandits' tongues were parched, they were perspiring profusely, and their limbs were shaking. They fell at Gurunath's feet and begged to be forgiven for their pride and arrogance in not heeding to his advice in their ignorance and foolishness. Sri Narsimha Saraswati said with compassion, I cannot help you much now. By your greedy desire to trade in Vedas, you have drawn the Veda Mata's curse upon yourselves. For a period of 12 years, you will be turned into Brahma Rakshas. But I bless that you will be released from the curse then, as you will happen to hear the recital of Narayan Sukta from a pious Brahmin. And then you will turn into Brahmins again. He asked them to go to the Sangam and take their bath. The Pandits fell down dead on the same day. Thus ends the 27th chapter of Shri Guru Charitra, describing the humbling of the pride of the Pandits. Glory to the All-Merciful, the Omnipresent and the ever-responsive Gurunath. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.